Hi everyone, today we are going to look at a news trading robot called Newscatcher Pro. We all know news can significantly move markets, so I thought this was a very interesting trading robot to look at. Most trading robots use price action or indicators of some sort, so it's good to see something different. This is also doing very well in the Metatrader marketplace. It's been floating between first and second positions, so it's definitely getting popularity already. Let's take a deeper look. So this trading robot is by Valeria Mischenko, who has two other trading robots, Waka Waka, which we reviewed previously, and Night Hunter Pro. Looking at the product profile page, we can see that this trading robot supports three trading pairs, pound dollar, and euro pound, in the 5-minute time frame. The trading robot doesn't use martingale or grid, and each trade is protected by a stop. For backtesting, it says that you need to drop a file called newsevents.txt into a particular directory. We'll make sure we do that when we do our backtesting. Okay, let's have a look at the live signal for this trading robot. The author does say that this is extreme risk, hence the extreme results. It has managed to return over 400% in 7 months. If you look at the monthly performance, it's gaining 50 to 60% per month on this setting, but there's also a month where it lost 53%. Note the amount invested into live signal is tiny. They've only put in 30 Aussie dollars, which is around $23 to trade this. Okay, I usually run scam testing next, but I was unable to do this on this trading robot, but this could be for perfectly valid reasons. From the product description page, the author says that it needs the NEWSFILE document to work. This NEWSFILE document is hard-coded with actual dates and times, so it may cause an incompatibility with the trading logic, especially with the history shift test. So we have to give this trading robot the benefit of doubt. Anyway, running the backtest. Here are the 3 backtests of the 3 pairs that the trading robot supports. Will go up, but you can see, especially with the euro dollar, each loss is quite significant. Combining the 3 backtests together with QUANTANALYZER, we can smooth out the equity curve a little if using all 3 pairs in one portfolio. There are still some significant drops, but overall the backtest combined looks great. You'll also notice that the majority of the trades are open at 5 p.m. with the remaining at 8 and 9 a.m. So high impact news items can move markets in tremendous ways. However, the trades which are taken are very small, 10 to 20 pips. Also, I was kind of expecting that the majority of trades would be over in minutes, just before the news, the high impact move, and then out. I don't know if perhaps it's my expectation here that is not in sync with that of the aim of the trading robot. My impression was that this trading robot trades these high volatile events, but along with the small pip count and relatively long time it holds trades, I wasn't convinced this is how it worked. So I printed out the trade table along with the news file, which I used in the backtest, and tried to match news items with the trades. The only thing here is the time zones are mismatching on both, and I have no idea which time zone either of them are. So we just have to compare the two and see if there are similarities. I try to do this with the color coding. Blue trades highlighted and marked blue with the news items, yellow trades, yellow news items, etc. I spent quite a bit of time to see if I could spot which news items caused which trade, but failed miserably. It may be me, and please do correct me if you can see it, but I cannot see in the backtest how news is affecting the trading. I cannot see the correlation. If you look at the news file, there are quite a few high impact news items between blue and the yellow. That's between the 13th and 19th of January 2022, but there are no trades. Maybe it's news in combination with indicators or price action is how it works. I really don't know. This could just be an indicator trading robot which has a high win to loss ratio because its stops are much larger. On average, the stops are 14 times the size of the take profit. That means on average 14 times more likely a winning trade than a losing one too. This automatically gives it a 93% win rate. So in summary, I've listed out the pros and cons of this trading robot. Pros means the positive attributes and cons the negatives. In pros, we have great live trading, 7 months of history and a 400% return, but this is with the highest risk setting. We are also seeing a high win percentage with this trading robot, over 95%, and it's not using martingale or grid. However, in the cons, one of the reasons why we're seeing over 95% win rate is because the stops are 14 times larger than the take profit on average. That's huge. Another is that the live signal started with 30 Aussie dollars, which is around 20 US dollars. That's super tiny, and you have to ask why this is. The author is putting so little into the live trading. And finally, yes, we did see over 400% in the 7 months, but this is at high risk, and we have seen a 65% drawdown in this. Personally for me, I expected this trade robot to capture large profits from high volatile moves caused by news, and it seems it's doing the opposite to this. It's capturing small moves. It actually says in the product description, it enters the market at a certain time shortly before high impact news item occurs. So it can only be assumed that it's looking to capture large profits caused by the high impact news items, right? Anyway, I showed you that I couldn't match the trades with the news. It makes me wonder how this is actually trading. Results so far look good, but a small take profits versus massive stops are a big factor to this. Anyway, if you're interested in taking a look at this trade robot, here are the links to both the MT5 and MT4 version of this, and also the link to the live signal. I'll also drop this into the video description box below. And finally, thank you for watching. If you got value from this, please to support us. All you need to do is like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until our next video, happy trading.